Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I have a bunch of topics in my head. I have to make a commentary right now. I have too much to say. So let's get going. First, I wanted to talk about the Xbox 720 and the always on thing. I mention it because right now, as I'm speaking, Xbox Live is down. It's kind of up for me because I'm already logged in, although what they're telling me is that if I were to log out, I wouldn't be able to log back in. I'll throw a link in the description to the Xbox Live status page, and you can see, as you're watching it, if it's still down. But yeah, there's definitely problems with Xbox Live right now, and the whole darn thing is down, and new people can't log in. And I was gonna have this big PlayStation session. It was gonna have like Pwnstar.com. Oh, I always start that wrong. It's gonna have Pwnstar.com. It was gonna have Jay Nasty. It was gonna have Wicked Shrapnel. It was gonna have like a bunch of real. Mark of J was gonna be in there, and I was kind of excited to see who was gonna lead those lobbies, but it had to be postponed because Xbox Live is down. That sucks. But it leads me to talk about the Xbox 720. The Xbox 720 is widely rumored to have this always-on thing, right? Like one of these senior guys at them was the one quoted as saying, "Yep, it requires a constant internet connection. You need it to be always on. Deal with it." That was his thing. And everyone's like, "Deal with it? Oh my gosh, how can you be so crass?" And Microsoft PR got out there and basically said, I wish we hadn't said it quite like deal with it, but, always on internet's a thing. And that's where it stands right now. Well, as Xbox Live is down, people are playing the campaign, single player, they're doing their thing. Downtime like this reminds me that neither Xbox Live as a service nor the internet in terms of reliability is ready for always on as a requirement. It would suck if they implement that it needs to be always on. It blows. When's the last time your telephone went out? Or your cell phone didn't work, like the towers went down. It's mostly kind of reliable. When's the last time your electricity went out? Probably a little more frequent. Now, when's the last time you had problems with your internet? Either your router needed to be restarted or something, or, the wireless just wasn't working and you had to get another. It happens all the time. This always on for your stuff to even function is not a parallel to the idea that it requires always on just like electricity. No, the internet connections and internet services are not reliable like electricity is. That's the deal. So anyway, hopefully it comes back up soon, but I have more to talk about. The next thing on my mind is this shooting. So let me get my facts right here. There's a shooting in a Virginia mall. I think it just happened today as I read this thing. And before he did the shooting, he posted to 4chan. I know you never talk about 4chan, etc., etc. It's not supposed to go, new fag, whatever. I've been a 4chan lurker for a while now. Sometimes I lurk on there just because I used up Reddit. I think that's me. And sometimes I go on there because people organize attacks against me on 4chan. So when I'm being attacked, I'll stop by and just see if it's happening there. Like the microwave videos were constantly attacked by them. They used to go on my videos and they would. One of the things 4chan does is they organize these raids and everyone has fun, kind of like cyberbullying people. And for me, all their raids really do is get me a bunch of views, and I can ignore the comments. But so anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty familiar with 4chan. I've been on there for years now, and I know my way around. I'm not a new fag. And this guy posted to 4chan. He says, "My name is Neil McGinnis. I go to River Community College, 10 minutes away from Virginia Tech. I'm going to give you all the details because the news never gets it right. Stevens 320 shotgun, buckshots and slugs." And then he goes on and talks about basically that he's about to kill people at this mall. And he actually did it. He replied, "Guys, this is going on right now. It's a tragedy, right? It's horrible." But the police and the news, and it seems like there is this move to blame 4chan. And I mentioned my history with 4chan because I didn't want you guys to think that I had some special love for the site. I don't. However, I can still see that it's not 4chan's fault. To blame 4chan for this message being out there, or to call it an organizational unit, for people who do bad things, is inappropriate. 4chan is no more responsible for this trouble than a telephone would be if he had done that instead, than a megaphone would be if he had used that mechanism instead. Like this guy is doing terrible things, and the fact that he posted it on 4chan first is kind of noteworthy. Like, it's I have a hard time talking about it terrible, and like I want to be respectful of what's going on, and it's noteworthy, but it's only noteworthy in that he decided to announce his crime before he did it. It's not noteworthy in that it was 4chan or that it was the internet, because, you know, he could have just as easily taken out an ad on a paper. Well, that's a little more, that just should be reviewed first, so that's not a good example. But you know, he posted it to a website. A lot of websites allow for communication everywhere. That's part of the deal, and it's not even all evil communication either. Like Arab Spring, if you guys remember that from last year, was that 2 years ago? And you know, they were posting a lot of their sort of organization over there, right? They were doing the Arab Spring thing. People were getting the truth out, letting guys know, creating like a wave of momentum, and some countries were actually changed by it. The internet can be a force for good, you know, where people announce what they're doing and how they're making things better, just as easily as it can be a place where bad guys do their thing. So those are my thoughts on that shooting. I'm sure more details will emerge soon enough, but I thought that might be a perspective that not everyone's thinking about. Two more things I wanted to talk about. One was if you're watching this the day I upload it, which is Saturday, then The Ultimate Fighter's on tonight, like the conclusion finale business, and one of the guys from Painkiller Already, Jimmy Quinlan, will be fighting tonight. He'll be fighting tonight, and Joe Lozon will be in his corner and helping him out and stuff. And if you don't know who to pull for, if you're watching the fights and you're kind of new to everybody, Jimmy's an awesome guy. He's an awesome fighter, and you know, he's I want to say he's Team Gamertag, but then I feel like I'm, you know, telling him what team he's on. But better yet, I'm on Team Jimmy. So there's that. So anyway, yeah. Been playing Black Ops all day. Oh, it's double XP weekend if you didn't know. So I've been you know, getting my double XP on Black Ops all day, and then the Ultimate Fighter tonight. And I need to do a Draw My Life. I've had a ton of people ask me to do Draw My Life, and I saw Jenna Marbles, and I was like, I have to do this too. You know, I want to do mine, and it was good, but you know, like, she lived a life with I want to say first world problems. Like, I don't want to knock her, but like some of the tough things in her life was like, you know, I didn't get good grades in 6th grade, and but it was still really good. Like, I don't mean to knock poor Jenna, but then after I saw hers, I saw Philip DeFranco's, and his was really good, and he had some like legit hardships in his life, things that were beyond like the first world problems I saw in Jenna's. And then I saw Daystorm's, and his was really, really good. And you know, it's like inspiring to see what he overcame and how he had problems, and it was like, oh my gosh, you know, that is incredible, like how inspirational. And then I think about mine, and I feel like a baby, you know, like it, I think I had more advantages than Jenna did. You know, it's not to say that I never had a bad day, but I hope that my Draw My Life is good, because I feel like the ones that are amazing, like Daystorms, I mean, he's like literally homeless and broke, and he's got, I think, 8 brothers and sisters, and like it was an incredible story to see how he got where he is. And you know, I hope that I can tell my story well, because I just don't think it's as incredible as Daystorms. So anyway, I look forward to the Draw My Life, but you got to work with what you work with, you know. Or I could lie about the whole thing and make it outstanding. Maybe that's play. I won't do that. I promise I won't do that. But I think I'm gonna get started on a Draw My Life, at least the outline. You know, I've been thinking about it for a few days now, so I'll try and make that happen.